I don't know. I miss those days of my time in the hall of business. I wish I could get another chance. Not as an old man, but go become young again. I don't know whether you enjoy. Do you? So you vote Bumba so that food comes back in the hall of business. I will support the idea.
Hey, what?
What are you laughing? Who are you is campaigning for? I saw him on TV and he was saying he wants food back in the world, the cooking should come back, and I support him. Because the university government, it can plant maize, beans, and then we used to get home-baked bread. You're not doing well. The moment they give you the money, you cannot budget it for your whole semester. You start looking at a nice phone. And not a phone for wedding, but to show off to the girls around town. The boys. The girls, you think of the first nice hairstyle. In 2 months, your money is gone. If you're a girl, you start toothing people. And if you're a boy, then you hustle. And I tell you the truth, I don't want to be around the bush. Because that will help you around in surviving around. And the guy who came, what is your name? Agaton's neighbor. It's like you are not here, it's like you are still out. What is your name? Rademiro. Now if you got below 15, it's a retake. If you got below 15, it's a retake. I'm saying it because that is below 50%. The paper was above, over 30. I'm being brutal, so that you understand. Because it starts from here. It starts from here, goes to the online assignments, goes to the exam. So the exam is always tricky because you are under pressure. But with these ones, you should be getting 80s in tests. I ask what I teach here. So I don't want to be your friend. It's okay, things will be fine. Go to the library. Babysit people. Because myself I hustle. You did on Thursday, I was done by yesterday. Only that I wanted to make sure that I don't miss my yesterday's lecture. What the hell is this meal? And if you got the same marks on the list, because I have a list, and this list was in the middle. This list was in order of your attendance. That means you copied each other. How do you get the same marks? There's a pair which got exactly the same marks. I don't think it is known. Exactly. Even the half is the same. They were seated far away from the camera. Even the half is the same.
We don't know the weakness of the camera.
But I know. No, there are always two. There's one at the back, but I forgot the other one. I forgot the stand. One stand is at home, the other one is here. So I forgot bringing the one at home. Anyway, since the moves are for influencing and the like, I thought to just do some corrections. And then I enjoyed working you because everything was simple, but the problem was carelessness. So, I don't know whether I have a question over here. The information we had yesterday should be enough for those who are doing it about the experiment you are going to do. So allow me to for these remaining 30 minutes, I rush through the test. State briefly. When somebody says state briefly, state and briefly, stating is stating, okay? You don't have to explain. Some of you were explaining, and I thought I could have been more elaborate in the test and tell you that please be brief, but I didn't want to say too many things in the test. I thought when I'm doing questions, you should be able to. So state briefly, Keshov's laws. So we do Keshov's current law. This is number 1, A1. Test solutions. So that the record capture this properly. So Keshov's current law is that the algebraic sum, not a total sum. When you say the total sum, it doesn't make sense. The algebraic sum implies that if this going forward is positive, going backwards is negative. So it's not about a sum. The key word is algebraic. So the algebraic sum of currents at a junction or no is 0. That's the statement. The statement, we did a statement, we did explanation, we did the significance, or what was the other part? Explanation. So this is the statement. So explanation, I didn't care. You could have explained the currents NRN is equal to the currents going out of the junction or not. I would still give you the half. Is it half? Yes. Or if you say this is the conservation of charge, I will still give you the half. So I was more happy, I would be more happy to see this is the conservation of charge and then the statement. And maybe I should have said state, explain, and give the significance, then because the significance will be this is the statement of charge. Then if you drew those things, and you didn't say nothing, I didn't care. So then the Keshov's, this should be that way, Keshov's voltage law. It's not the total sum of voltages. It's not about the voltages. There is voltages. EMF is a voltage, yes. Potential difference is a voltage, yes. But one is the generated energy is all consumed within the available components within a closed loop. So that's why we say that the algebraic sum. The algebraic sum of EMF is equal in a closed loop is equal to the algebraic saying that if the EMFs, if the would be current is going up along the loop, that would be positive. If the loop is going against the would be current from the source, that is negative. That's why we say algebraic sum. We got the algebraic sum of the potential drops. Potential drops in the same crystal in the same loop. Get your work so that you can go along, so that if I did a mistake, you got an opportunity to don't look at people's marks. Close your eyes. The TV people, isn't that what they call real estate? Close the eyes so that you don't. And the explanation is that this is the conservation of energy. This is the conservation of energy. You see, if you want to be too broad, make sure that you have budgeted your time accordingly. If you did very fast and you did those which you know and you are happy, then those which you know you want to make sure that you do a lot, you can go back. But don't spend time on non-issues. You explain this is when they are potential. No. Caution. When I ask you a question, I know the answer. Unfortunately, in physics, you are not going to give me a satisfactory answer. What I mean is, you are not going to add anything. You are just going to give me what is in the marking guide. So don't let back. You get a point? Hey, so don't let back and try to show me. You are not going to show me anything else. Just give me what I gave you. The explanation of this is if you are, current, standard. So I didn't want to have that one much. As long as you put this, I was always looking for conservation of charge, conservation of energy, and then this one was the right sum, then I would be good. The other one is, I just wanted to jump it until when I get time. So I'm jumping this of using the superposition and Thevenin's for now, and then I go to B, 1B, because this one needs, if I have to explain it, I need more time and also show you where you got wrong. Maybe tomorrow, so all I needed, I wrote there, just categorize the components as linear or non-linear. So just say linear and non-linear. That's all I needed. And categorize them as a diode, as a capacitor. Is it a capacitor first? Resistor, capacitor, inductor, and then you get it half. You got it half. If I gave you a half like this, or if I gave you one like that, is that I gave it to you painfully. It was almost right, it was there, I can't refuse, it makes some sense, so I just put, if I support the mark of that number, it means that I gave it to you grudgingly. If I had authority, I would have just cancelled. But if I ticked
understand by software? What do you understand by simultaneous malaria? Almost all of you failed it. 4 or 5 percent. This is electrical material intermediate between characters and spheres. So what? Is it just sitting in the middle or what? This is electronics. And if you mess up in an electronic gadget, you will kill it. If you put the batteries, you say, this radio uses 2 batteries, and you say, yeah, good. Then you put the batteries facing each other. Do you get anything? There are 2 batteries in the radio. If you make them positive on the screen, you get anything. That's why I'm strict. So, this is an electrical material. This is an electrical material, or you can say semiconductor is an electrical material whose electrical conductivity lies or is intermediate, lies between, if you want to use simple language, or you can say is intermediate. All of you crammed the word intermediate, but you didn't know what it was intermediate. Between lies intermediate, oh, is it lies between? Sorry, lies intermediate or between. So I don't know which one. So let me just keep it. Lies intermediate is intermediate between that of whose electrical conductivity is intermediate between that of insulators and insulators, 4 characters in insulator, whichever you want. That's it. That's what I wanted. Examples. I just wanted you to give me silicon, and germanium. I don't know the others. These are the common ones. And then somebody puts sulfuric acid as an example of silicon. It's not that I'm saying that you can't fail stuff, but really, sulfuric acid. It insults my commitment to teaching you. I know his name. Actually, I should take the photo. The paper is still with me. I'll take the photo of the. I had not bothered, but now. Yes, sulfuric acid. I even put question marks, like 3. Or the 100. How do you say sulfuric acid? Let me take the photo so that you know how serious I am. When he's there on Thursday, I will really. Does he have an acid victim? Shuffle so that you don't know he was on top. Some of you want to act smart. So this one will grant you 1 mark, and each of these will give you half mark. To get it 2 marks. 2, 2. This is where many of you wanted to show me that you got it. You wanted like to use 2 pages to show me that you understood what the N type and N type is. So all I wanted you to say was that N type material, is it N type material or semiconductor? N type semiconductor. So okay, of course, N type semiconductor is one with excess electrons. This is all I wanted. And then this one, P-type semiconductor is one with excess holes. You could add on and say with the major, you could have said the semiconductor is the semiconductor, N-type is a semiconductor with the majority of charge carriers being electrons with negligible holes. But this is, I'm the UNEP. I'm the examiner, I'm the UNEP, I'm the minister who announces the marks. I don't know whether you understand.
Yes.
Under normal circumstances, I'm the guy who will be the guy who will give you the exam. I'm the guy who will mark it. I'm the guy who will invigilate it. So what I say is what I do. You can either listen to my advice or pretend to be wise, and I will be just giving you halves on the whole page. Oh, this is all I need.
Okay.
This is all I needed. And then B1, depression region. This is the one I don't even know in my head. But it has something to do with ionic space charge, where the electrons shift to the p side and holes shift to the right side. But there's a word, the key word there is ionic space something. I have to check. I don't have it in my head. Anyone who can remind me what it is? Who passed it? This is a region when 2 semiconductor materials are brought together. This is the region of equilibrium with an ionic space charge, whereby the electrons shift to. I will post this on where the actual. I don't have it in my head. I don't cram stuff. So when I was marking, I was looking for a word ionic space, region, electrons going to the p side and holes going to the n side. That's all. I didn't want to know the actual arrangement of the words. But this is the region created between between a p and n material after the electrons have diffused to the p side and holes diffused to the n side, and then you have some of you wanted to bring in the ideas of the field. So I'll give the nice on the guide. I have a guide, but I don't have it. It is on the, actually it's on the PC, but I can also access it here if there is internet here. There is. But let me first go on. Finish with that. Draw a PN junction showing the depression region. 2. So I wanted you to draw a P material that was joined with an N material, and then the electrons shifted to the T material, and the holes shifted to the N material, and this region here became the depletion region, or layer, whichever you want to call it. And I was giving one mark here, so I was giving one mark here and one mark here, but that's when I have corresponded the N with the positives here and the P with them. If you put positives here and you have the P here, and cancel. Now, this is where it becomes more beautiful. Even those who have seen a diet still figure out how to draw a typical diet. Just want to check and see if I can get the see if I can get the, because I got it on my big life, the guide, so that I give you this. So 2B3, draw an illustration. To illustrate, I just needed you to draw this cylinder with leads, which are connectors, legs of the diode, and towards the end, much as on the actual diode, the silver thing is already up here, but just leave some space, please. And even if you didn't do fine art, put some art. Don't draw something like this, and then like that, and then you do like this, even in the middle. Surely. That's why I was talking about the idea of versatile. Yes, you may be, for example, I'm a lecturer teaching physics, and I'm supposed to teach it online. I'm not supposed to be a computer scientist. But at least I should know some coding that I can embed those videos on a web page called the Resource Materials 2025. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that I should be knowing computer science and programming, but I should be knowing basic HTML programming that I can know how to add the video, size it to make sure that when somebody is reading, it reads nicely. I should be able to know how to change the color of the text on the web page. That's what I mean by versatile. So I'm not saying that you do computer science and also become a physics lecturer. So have some art. You have drawn this like this. Also make it a little bit curved so that you know it is around the what? Around the damn thing like this. So, and so that was the illustration. And of course, some people just do it like this. So I was asking, where is from where to where? Because if you put here anode and cathode here, I cancel it. Because this thing here is then the circuit symbol. Circuit symbol, you draw these two, they are equal. Then you draw this one, and then you join here, and then that's a diode. Don't draw this, and then you draw this one as if they say, don't use ink. Eh? This is not proper. This and this are equal. Because it is just a representation of this one here. So then still you say this in the analysis. I will not bother this thing. So characteristics. The characteristics are tricky. The characteristics, especially for ideal, some books would prefer to draw an ideal diode characteristic as that. That immediately you reach here, it starts what? Conductor. But given the nature of the material you are using, then I still give the mark to the one who says that when it reached point something of germanium or of silicon, then it started conducting medium. Still this one is what? Is okay. These two are okay. If you can draw it at this axis, you get the mark for it. And then finally, for the ring you show that there is a struggle, 0 for some time, then try to conduct until when, and try to make sure when it conducts, it conducts. Don't put it this way, that it is still struggling. When it starts conducting, it goes up. And then you get your 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark, 3 marks. I'm very generous, but very mean. In my generosity, a lot of meanness is embedded. 3, yeah. This is the beauty. Structure. Diarchevrate. Circuit symbol. Structure. Put the 3 materials. Put the leads. If it is a PNP, what goes the diode flows from holes to electrons. So it means now the diodes are going in. So draw the diodes going in, give them some space, and put the thing here for the base, collector, emitter, base, collector, emitter. Then draw and start with the arrow. It is going inside, emitter, collector, base, or you can simply just draw them like this. I have no problem. You got a base, collector, emitter. Get half. Get half. And then this is for the PNP. MPN is N material, P material, N material. Emitter, base, collector. The holes are flowing out, so the diodes are getting out. Base, emitter, collector, circle, collector, emitter, base. Arrow is going out. Or just draw this, collector, base, emitter. Holes are getting out. Arrow. You get out. Hey, someone drew this one facing the same direction. And also drew this one facing the same direction. Some people chose to draw this one okay, but the arrow now goes inside. But when it's like this, so there were a lot of multitudes of mistakes. But I'm very keen when I'm marking because I love my job. I'm careful. It's not that I want to finish marking. I want to make sure that I get a couple of things. When you attend, if you have realized, if you attend my lecture, be attentive. You get that out of that. If I mark somewhere, let me know. And finally, I needed you to draw the input characteristics and output characteristics. If you just put a V here and an I here, it doesn't make sense. So I circled it and I gave you a half because everything was supposed to take 1 mark. So if you just put I here and V here, I circled I and V and whatever you drew inside, even if they were right, I gave you a half. Because input characteristics are the IB and then the voltage across here, which is VB, and they tend to be like that of the diode, like this. And you label, say this is how VC will vary, and then for the output, you keep the IB constant at the value, keep changing IBs, change IBs, and so here IB is increasing, and they are on the other side of the, between the, so you have the IC, and you have the voltage across the collector and the meter. You get 1 mark, 1 mark. That's it. You have gotten your third. Yes, start. Don't come from? They don't come from here. No. They can't come from there. They can't be exactly at the I whatever. There are some value. It's not that. Well, in some books, probably you may find that they almost come. They can't come like this because this current ID is not that you are having. They are not. It does not go from a given value that you are going. So they keep increasing, and then because you don't immediately keep it constant from 0 from this value. So they become. You can manage to keep it constant when you have gone a certain value of this. Yes.
How comes that the capacitor is linear yet it's IV graph?
That is the IV graph of the capacitance.
Current voltage characteristic is a
Of the capacitor, it looks like
yes, it is a curve.
which curve? It's a
The straight line like a resistor, voltage current straight line.
we shall talk about that later. So tomorrow I'll be able to chop the superposition and because I want to give it time so that I move on to other things comfortably. We shall be able to chop superposition. That's why I found a lot of problems. But if you get an answer for superposition different from the one of levelings, don't you just cancel through and try again? Time, which time? At that time, some of you are just comfortable with the time. So those who go to below 15 don't feel bad. You can make it, you can improve. By now knowing what I take serious and how I don't want to ask you hard things. I ask you what you